You're running late for work. The worst thing that might happen is getting an angry message from your boss. But what if you woke up in ancient Sparta instead, a place where a single mistake could cost you your reputation, your freedom, or even your life? Would you survive? Imagine opening your eyes one morning. No electricity, no phone, no internet, no supermarkets, no hospitals. Instead, you're standing in one of the most feared cities in ancient history, Sparta. For over 2,500 years, Sparta has been remembered as a civilization of legendary warriors. Movies often show endless battles and fearless soldiers. But that's only part of the story. The real challenge wasn't surviving a war. It was surviving everyday life. So how different was life in Sparta compared to today? Let's travel back about 2,500 years. The first shock would come almost immediately. Your morning. Today, most people wake up with an alarm, grab their phone, maybe drink coffee, and slowly begin the day. In Sparta, there was no slow morning. The sun wasn't your alarm. Responsibility was docs. Training began early. Work began early. Discipline began early. Every single day, Sparta wasn't built around comfort. It was built around strength, and weakness was never encouraged. Now imagine something even more shocking. You're 7 years old. Today, that probably means elementary school, learning math, playing games, watching cartoons. In Sparta, your childhood would effectively be over. At the age of 7, Spartan boys entered the Agoge, one of history's toughest education and military training systems. You would leave your family, live with other boys, train constantly, run, fight, wrestle, learn survival skills, endure cold, endure hunger, endure pain. The goal wasn't simply creating soldiers. It was creating citizens who would never give up. Today, parents often protect children from difficulty. Sparta believed difficulty created stronger adults. Now ask yourself, could you handle that at 7 years old? What about food? Today, if you're hungry, you open the refrigerator, order delivery, visit a restaurant. A Spartan didn't have those choices. Meals were intentionally simple. Bread, cheese, olives, barley, figs. And one famous meal, black broth, a dark soup made with pork, blood, salt, and vinegar. Ancient writers claimed many visitors hated it. Spartans didn't eat for pleasure. They ate to stay strong. Sometimes food was intentionally limited during training, not to punish students, but to teach resourcefulness. If you became hungry, you were expected to solve the problem. Now let's talk about comfort. Actually, there wasn't much. Forget memory foam mattresses. Forget air conditioning. Forget hot showers. Spartans often slept on simple beds made from reeds collected near rivers. Many wore the same cloak throughout the year. Even during winter, luxury wasn't respected. Self-control was. The less you needed, the stronger people believed you became. Compare that to today. We constantly search for convenience. Spartans trained themselves to live without it. But here's something movies rarely tell you. Not every Spartan spent every day fighting. Many trained, some governed, others organized society. And while Spartan citizens focused on military life, farming was largely carried out by the Helots, a population forced to work the land. This system allowed Spartan citizens to dedicate much of their lives to training. It also made Spartan society deeply unequal. Strength for some depended on the labor of others. What about women? Here's a surprise. Compared to many other Greek city-states, Spartan women enjoyed far greater freedom. Girls exercised, learned physical fitness, owned property, managed households, and could inherit wealth. Sparta believed healthy women would raise healthy children. That idea was unusual in much of the ancient world. Technology created another enormous difference. Today, Your phone tells you where to go. Your watch tracks your heartbeat. Your car takes you across cities. Spartans had none of that. Communication depended on messengers. Navigation relied on memory and experience. Weapons were crafted by hand. Every shield, every spear, every sword represented hours of skilled work. If something broke, you couldn't order a replacement online. You repaired it yourself. Now imagine your daily routine. There are no streaming services, no video games, no social media. Entertainment looked completely different. Athletic competitions, music, religious festivals, military exercises, storytelling around fires. Community mattered far more than individual comfort. Your identity came from what you contributed, not what you owned. Now let's talk about one of Sparta's biggest myths. People often believe Spartans never felt fear. That's probably not true. They were human. They felt fear, pain, loss. The difference was that they trained constantly to control those emotions. Courage wasn't the absence of fear. It was continuing despite it. That's a lesson that still feels relevant today. Now imagine waking up tomorrow morning, not in your own bed, but inside ancient Sparta. What would you miss first? Your phone, hot water, modern medicine, your family, the freedom to choose your own career, or simply the ability to live without constant pressure to prove yourself? Because life in Sparta demanded something that modern society rarely asks from most people: relentless discipline, constant resilience, and sacrifice. Yet despite its hardships, Sparta became one of history's most famous civilizations. Its military reputation spread across the ancient world. Its discipline inspired generations. Its stories continue to appear in books, documentaries, movies, and video games, even today. But perhaps Sparta's greatest legacy isn't its victories. Maybe it's the question it still asks us. Has modern life made us stronger? Or simply more comfortable? Let us know your answer in the comments. And if you enjoy exploring what life was really like in history's greatest civilizations, subscribe and turn on notifications, because in the next episode, we'll wake up in another extraordinary world and ask one simple question: could you survive there?